If you want to get a chance to win some exclusive unreleased iGyan merch, watch this video till the end. This is the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it has Apple's new ProRes with Apple Log, which records 4K 60 video directly to an external SSD. And this is a Red Cinema camera, which also records directly to an external SSD in RAW. Which one do you think takes better video? We're going to find out in this video. So let's get started. So RAW recording is essential if you're trying to match colors between cameras, and industry professionals use this really frequently. In fact, we are recording this on an iPhone 15 Pro with Apple ProRes RAW, and this is what the footage looks like, completely uncolored and without any log processing. And once we color it, this is what it looks like. So there's a massive difference. Let's see how it stacks up against the Red. So we're really surprised with the colors that you get from the Apple Log. You're also getting really consistent colors, and we were able to match them with the Red Cinema camera's colors quite easily. In fact, Apple Log is very similar to Panasonic RAW. If you've used Lumix LUTs or Panasonic LUTs on cameras in the past, on footage in the past, it will be very similar to that in terms of color correction. In fact, if you have any LUTs from the Lumix platform, you can use those on the Apple Log files and the colors come out really nice. In fact, we were coloring these with Lumix LUTs as well. One thing that we really like about the Red Cinema cameras is the color science and the fact that you can edit things in post. So you can record things without worrying about ISO, color balance, or even exposure, or the level of shadows or the level of highlights, because all of that can be managed in post. In fact, you have several color codecs that you can choose from after you've shot the footage, and once you put it in your editor, you have this whole panel that allows you to adjust things. On the flip side, iPhone has a lot of pros as well. First, it's like 1/20th the price of a Red Cinema camera. And then you also have the fact that it is extremely compact, lightweight. It can be charged from USB-C. It records to an external SSD. You have multiple cameras built in, and you have image stabilization built in, which comes in really handy. On cinema cameras, not only do you not have image stabilization, you need big rigs, big stabilizers, and people who are trained with all of that equipment to handle those cameras. There are some cons with the iPhone. Of course, you're not getting the level of depth that you do with cinema cameras. You don't have swappable lenses, so you're stuck with the lenses that you do have. And then iPhone, in its infinite wisdom, automatically tries to adjust the exposure for shots. Even if you manually lock it, even if you use third-party apps, you do get some changes in exposure, which is not a good thing to have, especially if you're making some serious cinema content. You don't want exposures changing in your shot. That looks really shabby. Let's look at some low light samples. You will see that the first shot that we took looks like it has been shot on a really high-end professional camera, and you would assume that this is on a Red Cinema camera, but in fact, it is on an iPhone. And here I will extend the exposure range here, and you will see that you have a lot of data available in this footage. On the flip side, Red Cinema camera really struggles in low light, and depending on what lens you're using, of course, you can get more light in, but you do have a lot of noise that you have to deal with in terms of post-processing, in terms of removing the noise, denoising. But with the iPhone, you have a lot of data out of the box, so it is excellent for low light performance as well, and you can see the results on the screen right now. Overall, we are actually really shocked with the kind of output that we've gotten from the iPhone. It has not only managed to match colors really well, in certain cases we were not even able to tell which shots were from what device. In fact, now the next few shots that you will see will be numbered, but we will not tell you what device they were from. And all you have to do is list those numbers and tell us what device those shots were from, and the first 10 people to get it right will win some exclusive iGyan merch. So go on ahead, guess those, and I'll see you guys in the next one.